China just built an electric car battery with zero lithium and no cobalt or nickel. And CATL says it lasts longer, charges faster, and survives cold. That would leave a normal EV stranded in a parking lot. Sounds impossible. It's already rolling off a production line. And the number that has Western battery makers genuinely rattled isn't even the range. It's something almost nobody saw coming. And I'll get to it. Subscribe so you catch breakthroughs like this before the headlines do. Here's why this matters to you. The battery is the single most expensive part of your EV. The reason it costs what it costs and dies when it dies. And CATL is making theirs out of one of the cheapest materials on Earth, salt. Basically, sea salt. Most people have no idea this has already happened. But to understand why this rattled Detroit and Tokyo, you have to go back to a bet CATL made when everyone thought sodium was a dead end. Back in 2016, sodium-ion batteries were a punchline. Everyone knew sodium stored less energy than lithium. The entire industry wrote it off as good enough for golf carts and grid boxes and nothing you would ever put in a real car. But CATL didn't blink. They quietly poured nearly 10 billion renminbi into the problem and burned through close to 300,000 test cells, chasing a chemistry the rest of the world had already buried. Think about that. 300,000 prototypes just to crack one dead idea. And in 2021, they became the first major battery maker on the planet to even launch a sodium-ion product, while competitors were still laughing. Therefore, when CATL walked onto the stage at its first ever Super Tech Day in April 2025 and pulled the cover off a brand called Naxtra, the room understood instantly this was not a lab toy. Their sodium-ion chief technology officer, Gao Huan, put it bluntly, "Sodium-ion is no longer confined to laboratories. This is the company that already supplies Tesla, BMW, and Mercedes. When they say production ready, factories move." That obsession is exactly why one number on this battery spec sheet doesn't even look real, and I promise it's worth the wait. But here's the thing, the tech was clearly coming for years. So why didn't the West see the danger? Because everyone was sprinting in a completely different direction. And that is exactly why, while the West kept pouring billions into lithium, a crack was forming in the whole electric vehicle story. Let's be honest about the EV you can buy today because your skepticism is more justified than the ads admit. Problem 1. Charging. You don't fill up an EV in 5 minutes. You wait, sometimes half an hour, sometimes longer when the fast charger throttles. Problem 2. Cold. Park a typical EV in minus 20 degrees in winter and watch your range crater right when you need the heater most. Range anxiety is real and winter makes it brutal. Problem 3, and this is the big one, lithium itself. Prices went berserk. Lithium carbonate screamed past $70,000 a ton at its 2022 peak before crashing back down, and that volatility flows straight into the sticker price of your car. Worse, the IEA projects that by 2030, 85% of the world's lithium will be refined in just 3 countries. 3. So your clean car is chained to a supply line you do not control and a mining footprint nobody loves. And problem 4, the quiet wallet killer. The battery degrades and replacing it can cost as much as a used car. So, what is the actual fix? Not a tweak. A different chemistry entirely. CATL's been chasing the answer since 2016, and the number they landed on breaks the rules of how long a battery is supposed to last. So, here is the answer to every one of those problems. And it is already rolling off a production line. Start with the material. Naxtra runs on sodium pulled from salt, one of the most abundant resources on the planet. So there is no lithium, no cobalt, no nickel, and no leash to those 3 refining countries. That alone rewrites the cost math. But that is not even the most impressive part. Take charging. CATL says Naxtra handles up to 5C peak charging. And over at rival Hina, a sodium-heavy truck battery reportedly fully charges in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes for a semi-truck. Pretty wild, right? But that is just fast speed. Now the cold. CATL claims Naxtra keeps 90% of its usable capacity at 40 below zero, minus 40, the temperature where a normal electric vehicle basically gives up. Imagine driving through an Arctic morning and barely losing range. That is the claim, and it pairs with up to 500 kilometers, around 310 miles on a charge, with CATL even touting roughly 370 miles in the cold. Fair warning, no independent lab has verified that range yet, so that is CATL's number. Not mine. But here's the real game changer. The one I've been holding back. A normal lithium battery in your electric vehicle is good for maybe 2,000 to 3,000 charge cycles before it fades. Naxtra, CATL says, exceeds 10,000 cycles. Ewen, that's 3 to 5 times longer. A battery engineered to outlive the car wrapped around it. And in safety testing, it passed China's brutal new GB 38031 standard, staying free of smoke and fire, even when they crushed, drilled, and sawed into it. No lithium. Triple the lifespan. Fireproof under a saw blade. But can a saw battery really compete on the road? It already is. And here's the part that turns a battery story into a national security one, because this was never really about one battery. While CATL and BYD were shipping, America's big sodium hope, Natron Energy, shut both its facilities and canceled a $1.4 billion factory in September 2025. The only U.S. company with real sodium orders was gone. And LG Energy Solution, the Korean giant that supplies VW, GM, and Tesla, when it needed to develop sodium cells, did not build in Korea or in America. It went to China with a pilot plant in Nanjing and a materials deal with Copac. Read that twice. Therefore, the scoreboard is lopsided. CATL and BYD alone now hold over half the world's electric vehicle battery market. But cars are just the start. Sodium is flooding into grid storage. China already runs a 100 megawatt sodium battery station. It is also moving into heavy trucks and into the swap stations. CATL is scaling past 3,000 sites across 140 cities, including 600 plus in the freezing north where lithium struggles most. Cheap, fireproof, cold-proof power for cars, trucks, and entire electrical grids. And the analysts see it coming. The global sodium-ion market is projected to leap from $1.39 billion in 2025 to nearly $7 billion by 2034. This isn't a niche. It's a second front in the energy race. And right now, one country is fighting it almost alone. So, this isn't just about one clever battery with a funny ingredient. It's about who controls the chemistry that powers the next 100 million cars and the grid behind them. While the West doubled down on lithium and watched its only sodium startup collapse, China quietly built a battery out of salt that, if half of CATL's claims hold up, makes today's EVs look like a transition phase we will barely remember. You now know about this before most people will. The future of the car in your driveway might not be lithium at all. It might be the same stuff that's sitting in your kitchen. Another reason this matters is what happens next if sodium batteries actually scale. The companies that dominate battery chemistry do not just sell pack. They shape supply chains, control pricing, influence where factories get built, and decide which countries become manufacturing hubs for the next generation of vehicles. The battle stops being about cars and starts becoming about economic power. And there is still one huge unanswered question. Can sodium-ion ever match lithium where performance enthusiasts care most? Energy density? Because cheaper and longer lasting means very little if drivers refuse to trade range or weight. That may end up deciding whether Naxtra becomes the future of every EV or simply the technology that forced lithium giants to evolve. If this breakdown was worth your time, hit like, share it with someone who still thinks China can't out-engineer the West, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Real question for the comments. Can a no-lithium salt battery actually dethrone lithium? Or is this hype? Tell me below.